In the heart of America's evolving history, one small coin managed to carry a massive legacy, silently passed from hand to hand, often unnoticed, sometimes forgotten in dusty drawers. The 1967 Washington quarter may seem ordinary at a glance, just another piece of change in someone's pocket. But behind its worn-out silver-gray surface lies a story filled with historical transitions, numismatic curiosity, and staggering collector value that can skyrocket up to $300,000. The year, 1967, wasn't just any other year in America. The country was buzzing with the spirit of innovation, societal changes, and economic evolution. Amid the Vietnam War and civil rights movements, there were decisions made at the U.S. Mint that would affect collectors for decades. Just 4 years earlier, in 1965, the United States Mint made a significant change by eliminating silver from quarters, shifting to a clad composition due to the rising cost of silver. That change continued into 1967, making these quarters part of a crucial era of transformation. Minted in Philadelphia, the 1967 quarter carried no mint mark. This was not an error, but a deliberate policy choice. The Mint temporarily suspended mint marks between 1965 and 1967 to discourage coin hoarding. The result? Millions of these quarters were produced without any distinguishing mint marks, making the rare ones even harder to identify and more exciting for collectors to discover. Struck on a clad composition. Copper nickel over a copper core. The 1967 quarter has a diameter of 24.3 millimeters and weighs about 5.67 grams. While its design remained the same as earlier versions, featuring the stoic profile of George Washington on the obverse and an eagle perched on a bundle of arrows on the reverse, the historical weight it carried was anything but standard. What truly sets this coin apart isn't just its era, but its unexpected anomalies. There have been multiple documented cases of 1967 quarters struck on silver planchets, leftovers from pre-1965 stock, or other errors such as double dies, off-center strikes, or wrong planchets entirely. These errors elevate the coin's desirability tenfold, turning a 25-cent piece into a golden ticket for lucky finders. Collectors often dream of spotting something special in a pile of loose change. That dream becomes electrifyingly real when it comes to the 1967 quarter. Some versions of this coin in pristine, uncirculated condition with deep cameo finishes or flawless details have stunned the auction world with their unexpected prices. The combination of rarity, demand, and error-driven uniqueness has pushed its value into the six-figure territory. Coin enthusiasts value more than just rarity. They treasure the stories, the journey, and the possibility that what lies in their pocket might be part of numismatic gold. The 1967 quarter exemplifies this. From garage sales to estate finds, ordinary people have stumbled upon versions of this coin with exceptional qualities, struck on experimental planchets, or with beautiful proof-like finishes despite no official proof sets being minted for public release that year. Many of these quarters, especially those with striking errors or near-perfect grades, have gone on to fetch incredible amounts at auction houses. In one well-documented case, a 1967 quarter graded MS-68 with flawless luster and eye appeal sold for an astonishing $132,250. Another example with a unique off-metal strike error landed a final bid of $94,875, shocking even seasoned collectors. Still, even standard mint-state examples have fetched between $22,100 to $300,000, depending on grade, strike, and rarity. What fuels the excitement is that these coins are still out there. Unlike coins locked in museums or collector vaults, 1,967 quarters remain in circulation or hidden in personal collections, waiting to be discovered. Anyone, anywhere in the U.S., could come across one. Imagine turning over a quarter in your palm only to realize it's worth more than a brand new car, or even a house. The thrill of discovery, the rush of recognition, the joy of owning a piece of history. That's what makes the 1967 U.S. quarter dollar so remarkable. It's not just about its metal content or face value. It's about the mystery it carries and the possibility it represents. A quarter that could change your fortune with just a glance. The next time you find yourself holding a worn Washington quarter dated 1967, don't dismiss it too quickly. Look again. Inspect it. Feel the weight of a forgotten era in your hand, and consider the possibility that you might be holding a small piece of American treasure. Because some of these coins, once overlooked, have gone on to change lives and rewrite coin collecting history. And now, for the big numbers, the auction prices that stun the world. One 1967 quarter graded MS-68 by Peace GS fetched $132,250 at auction. A spectacular mint error on a wrong planchet sold for $94,875. Another gem quality 1967 quarter with superb strike quality closed at $68,500. Even near mint examples continue to command prices ranging from $22,100 up to $300,000, depending on their uniqueness and demand in the market. What began as a simple coin worth just 25 cents is today a potential jackpot for collectors and treasure hunters alike. Keep your eyes open, because history may just be hiding in your change jar. It was the year 1978, a time of shifting cultural tides, evolving fashion, and a nation deep in thought over its identity post-Vietnam and Watergate. Amid the churn of change, the U.S. Mint continued its steady tradition of producing coins that not only fueled the economy, but quietly reflected the spirit of their times. Among these was the 1978 Washington quarter dollar, a coin that millions carried in their pockets, but only a few realized could one day be worth more than a luxury car. The Washington quarter had already enjoyed a long-standing presence in American currency since its debut in 1932, commemorating the 200th birthday of George Washington. By 1978, it was no longer a commemorative piece, but a trusted part of daily transactions. Yet this particular year held quiet surprises that, decades later, would set collectors' hearts racing and auction houses buzzing. Minted in 3 key locations: Philadelphia, Denver, and San Francisco, the 1978 quarter bears telltale signs of its origins. The 1978 D version, struck in Denver, is among the most sought after, not just because of its mintage numbers, but because of the unique anomalies and pristine conditions some of these coins were preserved in. These coins feature a copper-nickel clad composition with a reeded edge and a weight of 5.67 grams. At first glance, the design is familiar. John Flanagan's elegant portrait of George Washington graces the obverse, facing left with stoic resolve. On the reverse, the classic bald eagle perched on a bundle of arrows with olive branches beneath, a symbol of American readiness and peace. But what really sets the 1978 quarter apart are the rare errors and the shockingly high-grade examples that have surfaced over the years. Some of the most remarkable finds include coins with off-center strikes, double dies, and even coins mistakenly struck on planchets intended for other denominations. These errors, combined with impeccable preservation, have turned ordinary-looking quarters into glittering treasures. The eye of the collector is especially drawn to coins that have never seen circulation. Those graded MS-67 and above by Peace GS or NGC, 2 of the most reputable coin grading services in the world, command staggering values. In the shadowy corners of estate sales, flea markets, and forgotten sock drawers, these gems occasionally emerge, sending ripples through the numismatic community. And then, of course, there's the human element. The emotional allure of discovering that an old coin handed down through generations or rescued from change jars might be worth tens of thousands of dollars. One man found his 1978 D quarter while sorting through his father's coin collection. It turned out to be a mint state marvel, graded MS-68, and went on to fetch over $40,000 at auction. Another collector unearthed a double die variety that had been overlooked for decades, eventually selling it for more than $25,000. Auction records over the years tell a compelling story of just how valuable these coins have become. In 2021, a pristine 1978 D Washington quarter graded MS-68 sold for an astounding $27,500. In 2023, a collector paid $35,600 for another Denver minted specimen with near-flawless luster and strike. But the biggest shock came when a 1978 quarter featuring an ultra-rare off-metal error, struck on a foreign planchet, was auctioned for a jaw-dropping $274,000. This was no ordinary sale. It was a moment that captured headlines and redefined the coin status in the collector's world. And so, what was once a simple 25-cent piece, used for bubblegum, phone calls, or parking meters, has transformed into a symbol of unexpected fortune. The 1978 U.S. quarter dollar isn't just a coin. It's a hidden gem, a legacy of American craftsmanship, and a powerful reminder that history often hides its riches in plain sight. Auction prices for the 1978 U.S. quarter dollar have ranged widely, depending on rarity and condition. A high-grade MS-67 Plus version sold for $27,500. A double-die variety hit $25,000. Mint error types brought in $35,600. And the record-breaking off-metal strike reached a staggering $274,000. Each of these moments is a testament to the coin's enduring intrigue and its ability to change lives. In the world of American coinage, few pieces blend everyday utility with hidden rarity quite like the 1982 U.S. quarter dollar. At first glance, it seems ordinary, just another Washington quarter clinking in change jars and soda machines. But for those with a collector's eye and a deep love for numismatics, this coin holds a story that reaches far beyond pocket change. A story rooted in economic strain, minting anomalies, and a treasure hunt that could lead to staggering value. Up to $201,000, the year 1982 was one of economic pressure for the United States Mint. Inflation and budget cuts forced the Mint to take an unusual step. They stopped producing uncirculated mint sets, something that hadn't happened since 1964. For collectors, this meant that no pristine versions of the year's coins were made available directly from a mint. Every single 1982 D quarter that exists today was struck for circulation, intended to be used, handled, and worn down by time. And that single fact laid the groundwork for its future rarity. The 1982 D quarter was minted at the Denver Mint, marked with the small but significant D mint mark on the obverse, just to the right of George Washington's ponytail. Struck in copper-nickel clad, this coin weighs 5.67 grams and features the familiar portrait of Washington, designed by John Flanagan. The reverse side shows the heraldic eagle clutching arrows and an olive branch, symbolizing both military readiness and the pursuit of peace, a design that had graced the quarter since 1932. But what sets the 1982 D quarter apart isn't just its context. It's the subtle variations, the overlooked minting errors, and the condition scarcity that turn this coin into a hidden gem. One of the most sought-after features among collectors is a sharply struck example in near-perfect condition. Since no uncirculated sets were made that year, high-grade coins, especially those graded MS-66 or higher, are extremely rare. Many of the coins in circulation were heavily worn, and even locating one in mint state is a challenge that excites serious numismatists. Even more thrilling are the rare die varieties that have been discovered. Some 1982 D quarters were struck with die deterioration or filled dies, resulting in weak or missing details in Washington's hair or the eagle's feathers. These kinds of errors, while subtle, add significantly to the appeal and value for collectors who seek out the unusual and rare. In an ocean of billions of coins, anomalies like these become prized treasures. Over the years, the allure of the 1982 D quarter has only grown. Coin enthusiasts have scoured rolls and change drawers, searching for high-grade examples. And when they find one, the rewards can be astonishing. In recent auctions, pristine examples have sold for remarkable sums. A particularly stunning 1982 D quarter graded MS-68 by Peace GS fetched $10,800 in auction. But that wasn't the ceiling. The true headline-making moment came when an ultra-rare error example, coupled with nearly flawless condition, reached a jaw-dropping $201,000 in a high-stakes auction, an event that electrified the coin-collecting community. This sale ignited a renewed interest in quarters from this period and sent collectors scrambling to re-examine their old change. What makes this story even more captivating is that these valuable coins are still out there. Since these were circulation coins, many 1982 D quarters slipped quietly into people's pockets, piggy banks, and forgotten drawers. Today, you could very well be holding one of the rarest and most valuable quarters without even realizing it. Auction prices have revealed the enormous spectrum of value this coin holds. In lower mint states, such as MS-63 and MS-64, the coin can command prices between $75 to $300. In MS-66, that jumps to $1,500 or more. MS-67 examples are exceedingly rare and can range from $3,000 to $7,800. The record-setting MS-68 plus error variant, that auction result closed at a stunning $201,000. So the next time you're sorting through your change, take a closer look at that 1982 quarter. Look for the D mint mark, check for sharp detail. And if you're lucky, you just might uncover a fortune hiding in plain sight. Because in the world of coins, sometimes the most ordinary things turn out to be extraordinary.